This layout is one that's not posted on my blog yet. It is also from the Jen Shao 6x6 Paper Pad Love series from her number 5 video called So Sweet. This is my husband and I, and this is a layout that used a piece of pattern paper that I wasn't crazy about. I layered a piece of vellum over the top of it, and then I used that where you take the packaging, this plastic stuff, and you smoosh some ink into it, and then you smoosh it down on the paper. Well, I did that here and here. Not my favorite technique, mind you, but I did try it. And so that's how I started this layout. And then the 6x6 papers were along here. I just cut them up, different pieces of them, and inked around them, and then placed them in a line along with the photo. I used 4 embellishment clusters. Woohoo! What a travesty. Oh my gosh, 4. Well, I can't believe I did it. I broke so many rules, right? It was fun. Next layout is also from the Jen Shao 6x6 Paper Pad Love series from video number 6 called Swing. She took a die cut and placed it in the middle of her page, and she actually took some 6x6 papers and backed behind the die cut. And so I didn't want to get into my silhouette because, you know, sometimes you get stuck down a rabbit hole when you start on one thing, and so I didn't want to go there. So what I did was I took one that I already had cut out of my drawer that I keep these die cuts that are already cut in, and I just took some of my pattern paper scraps from the 6x6 pad, placed them behind the die cut, and then added some embellishing here and here, and then right down the center. The layout is called Adore and Cherish These Girls. I used one of the little flags that came, the Heidi Swapp flag. I just added a doily sticker on top of that, colored the wood veneer for the title here, cut a frame in half and used a bit here and a bit here, and then just layered some other bits behind it. And I love how this layout turned out. Let me put that back on. Next layout is actually of my scrap space. It's called Skyping and Scrapping. It is also inspired by the, no, this one is different. This one is from Sketches for Scrapbookers Volume 1, one-page sketches. It's a one-page or a one-photo sketch from Allison Davis. And so hers had like a vertical photo here, and I just used two horizontal or two landscape photos here. This is me Skype booking with my sister. So there's a picture of my laptop there on the left side of my desk with my sister on one side, and I took the picture, and then this is as we Skyped through the night. It got messier and messier as the night went on. I fuzzy cut around this image with my X-Acto knife and popped it up over top of the image, and used up some frames here, put some pattern paper back behind those, and just layered up some random stuff here and there. Love how that one turned out. The next one is, I thought I cut the middle of that out. This is actually my husband, and it's from Victoria Marie Facebook group challenge, Song as Your Title. And so every morning I get up to go to work. He only works 3 days a morning. I work 5, you know, and sometimes I work the weekend. So I typically, once a month we'll have like a 12-day stretch that I'm working. And so him with his little piddly old 3 days a week, yeah, it's pitiful. I know, right? And so every morning I give him a kiss goodbye, and I typically wait till I get to the car to put my lipstick on. But this morning I put my lipstick on, and then I went over, I kissed him smack on the head and gave him a good morning kiss there. And so I titled the layout, It's a Good Morning, based on the Mandisa song. And it's, I put the words actually, and it's wake up to a brand new day. Good morning, you give me strength, you give me just what I need, and I can feel the hope that's rising up in me. It's a good morning. Okay, I'll quit singing. Lots of stickers and embellishments throughout. Some rub-ons even actually on this one. A little scrap of paper here. Had a lot of fun creating this one. And I used those block letters again and just mixed up the fonts in order to create part of my title. This one is from the Jen Shao Paper Pad, 6x6 Paper Pad Love series. And it was number 8. And it's What We Discovered. And so I was going to start with a piece of paper, just a random piece of scrap paper, to kind of put all 4 of the 6x6 pieces of paper together. But I changed my mind. I thought, okay, let me get a bright orange one, and I got it out of my stash. It didn't originally come in. I didn't put it in my kit originally, so I pulled it out and pulled in the paper, overlapped them just a little bit to bring them in. And I think that's what, if I remember correctly, that's what she did on her layout as well. Then I took basically just scraps and layered in behind them. More scraps here. Put some embellishing here and here as well as here. This layout is called Hello Planner Girl. And this is just a photo of my planner that I took last year sometime and sent to my sister. It's from 2014, and it's of the inside of my planner, just a random, I just opened it to a random page, and I think part of it probably was that I was sending her a picture of the washi tape that I had used, the glitter flip-flop that I was using to indicate our vacation when we were leaving for vacation to the beach. Anyway, I did that paper smooching technique again with the whatever you call this paper, the packaging. You put the ink on it and then you rub it together and you smoosh it down on the paper. And so I used the green and the red color. I think one was sweet cherry, the other was mint green. Not crazy about that technique because it kind of makes me feel, it just feels really, really messy, and I'm not really crazy about really, really messy. Anyway, so I used it here, and I like the overall impression of the layout. It's just this inking is not, that smooshing is not my favorite part of it. This is way more my style, way cleaner. This is a white background piece of paper that I added in, and I put my journaling on the back here only because there were so many folks in here I didn't want to take the time to try and identify everybody. Oh, look, I just saw that. Let me find my pen and fix it quickly because I'm a little neurotic that way. There we go, done. Okay, this is a layout, and it's called Fantastic, Amazing, Beautiful, Cheerful Family, just the way it should be. And so this is my niece Amanda. It's her family, her mom Debbie, who is my sister-in-law. She actually divorced my brother when Amanda was, gosh, still a baby. She was like maybe 1 or 2 years old when she divorced my brother. And this is Amanda here with her daughter here, her husband's son, and then the other son is here, and then my husband and I are here. They still include us in their family gatherings, and we're still family to them. So we're just extended family. So when they have big get-togethers, we're often invited to them, and so this was one of those times. So I took one of my favorite pieces of paper that I was hoarding until the very end, used it here, along with my other favorite piece of paper, and used it here. That's actually a 6x6 piece of paper scrap that I cut in half and just extended it. A blue piece of paper scrap that I did the same thing, cut it and extended it. Some more scraps of paper around here, lots of embellishing going on here and here. I love the overall clean look to it and all the different patterns I kind of made cohesive with the black. And I used my Zig Millennium 0.5 or 0.05 marker to outline everything with, and I love how this one turned out. And that one was all me. There was no inspiration for that one. This last one is all me again. Again, I put my journaling on the back, and I wanted to outline or map these photos with white, so I just cut out here and here, and yeah, so I created it there. You know what? I do think this one was, I channeled this from somebody. Eek, but I don't remember who, because I remember the doily. Their doily was there. Oh, you know what? Both of these two layouts I made for a design call. That's right. These were sketches from, oh my goodness. I've completely forgotten the name. Leave it to me to do that. Anyway, I'll insert the link to the design call. Holy moly. Okay, so these last two layouts are for a design team call over at Let's Get Sketchy, and if you're interested, you can head over to their blog and look up Design Team Call, and the information will be there. This is the first one. I used the first sketch. I couldn't make up my mind which sketch to use, so I used them both, and used a lot of the remaining products that I had in the kit, and a lot of scraps as well, to create this. To give this one a more cohesive feel, because there's so many patterns going on, I just used my Zig Millennium marker here, and it's the 0.05 marker. The title of this one is Fantastic, Amazing, Beautiful, Cheerful Family, Just the Way It Should Be. Love how this one turned out, the overall effect and all the clustering of embellishments that I did, and the use of all the stickers to create the title. And finally, the last layout. This one is Let's Play Candyland. Hello, lovely. Smile, Let's Play Candyland. Hello, lovely. I guess it could all be part of the title. Anyway, so this is my Grandy, Zoe, and her mom. They're playing Candyland at Christmas last year, and so I just wanted to capture that. And I used lots of paper scraps, 6x6 pattern papers in here, and just kind of jumbled them all together using the sketch from the Let's Get Sketchy site. And then I wanted to mat the photos, so I cut it out of this white cardstock that I added in, and actually did my journaling on the back. And then completed the layout. I mean, I think it turned out fabulous. I loved how it looked. And out of the kit, I made a significant number of cards, y'all, with all the border strips from the paper pad, as well as the 6x6 paper pad that I had in there. I went a little crazy making cards, and this one I actually put the washi tape on the front of the envelope, washi tape on the inside. This is a important, just saying, happy birthday. These are the smaller ones. This one wasn't actually made out of scraps. I intentionally made that one. The rest are made out of scraps. I took random sheets of leftover scrap paper and layered up all of the border strips, kind of like this, you can kind of tell, and then I cut them apart and used them for different things. This is Love You Silly, and Happy Birthday, so cute I could just eat you. Hooray for You, and I used a die, and I cut that out, and I used this foam paper, just a foam piece to layer behind there to give it a little texture. And the inside is Happy Birthday. Here, Did You Hear the News? And that was like a whole section of the border strip paper. It's Your Birthday, P.S. Let's Celebrate. This one, this is where the heart was originally cut from. I think I cut some pattern paper behind it as well. Took another scrap of paper and put behind that, ran that through the embossing machine, and actually put some foam behind this as well to pop this up and give it a little dimension there. And then Happy Birthday. Another Happy Birthday, I cut a bigger piece of the foam out, and so rather than use that bigger piece with a cutout from the leftover border strips, I just cut the center of it out, use the center of this card here inside here, and then the center of this was actually this piece that I did not use. And so the inside says, hope you have a special day full of joy and fun and play. This one says Smile. That's just a cut apart card, and then a strip of the leftover border strips. It says, you know you're getting older when the candles cost more than the cake. And I actually used some of those little foam, or not foam, I don't know what they're called. They're little heart pieces that I've used them throughout. I just pulled them from my stash. This, I took the back side of the piece of paper this was on, and I just drew a squiggly line on it and then cut around it. Added in some bling from my stash, and then went to town on adding some hearts and some stamping that says congratulations, happy anniversary. This one is F is Fun Loving, and it says you mean the world to me. This one is Have a Lovely Day. I got some twine from somewhere, and I got a huge long piece of it, and so what I did was I just put down some of the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive on top of this little banner here, and just laid this across, glued it down, and then cut the edges. The inside says Birthday Wishes, and I did some additional stamping on the inside. This one is a die cut that I used, and I just glued it down there, and it says thanks for the wonderful gift. This one is the one that I cut the hearts from and then layered the piece of paper behind it with all the border strips on them, and then added a piece of glitter tape, put in congratulations, and then it says wishing you a lifetime of happiness. And I actually cut a card a piece and put it here on the top portion to kind of mask the back side, because I used a scrap piece of paper and it was a totally different design on it that didn't coordinate at all with the colors here. This says I love you, and just random stickers and a little piece of that leftover strip. It says I could just squish you. This one says miss you, and again I took some leftover bling and went along the edge of that, and it says you mean the world to me on the inside. And this one says I could just squish you, love your face, so cute I could eat you. It says I love you on the inside. This one is one where I cut the heart shape out again